Welcome back, you guys. I'm in EFC, this is Blue Line CV, and today I'm here to bring you guys another news daily video. Now, I have 4 stories to speak about for today. They are going to be in the latest surrounding Willian and Pedro's contract extensions. I'll be speaking about the future of Kai Havertz. I'll be speaking about a young Czech Republican sensation that we're potentially interested in making a €50 million move for. And of course, to end things, I'll be speaking about some new updates surrounding the potential stadium development talk. So another interesting video today, you guys. Remember, show your support, smash that like button, help me go up for 2,000 likes for today's video. And of course, if anyone is still interested in buying any club official merchandise, now's the perfect time. Crazy sales on offer right now. You can get 60% off, 50% off, and 40% off. If you want to get these amazing offers, use my affiliate link in the description. And remember to use my discount codes NINI10 to get 10% off your final order. Now we start with the first story, and that's in regards to both Willian and Pedro's Chelsea careers. Now, some news did come out surrounding Pedro, and it seems like the player has committed to continue and remain at this club until the end of the restart season. Now, this is great news to hear. Lampard needs his attacking options right now. We have so many important fixtures to still come up, so many difficult games, and what Lampard really needs to have is a strong, fully fit team. And if we both missed out on a Pedro and Willian, this could really affect things. This is positive news surrounding Pedro. He was a player that had already agreed a move to Roma, but it seems like once the season does end, his move will still continue on. He has agreed a 2-year deal plus an option for a further year's extension, so for Pedro, he signed the best possible deal. Now, when it comes to Willian, I personally feel like the reason why we even saw him start against Aston Villa is because he wasn't in the same situation as Pedro. At this point in time, Willian still hasn't found a club that he will be signing for afterwards, and for me, I personally feel like, a player of Willian and his ambitions, he wants to compete at a high level. He wants to sign for a big team, and I think if he was to perform really well during the remainder of this restart season, then I think that would be the best thing that would work in Willian's favour, especially when it comes to finding his next move. Previous reports did state that Pedro was going to follow whatever Willian did, so the fact that Willian is staying and he played in that game, maybe that was a sly hint in regards to what Pedro's immediate plans were going to be. But anyway, this is positive news. No more distractions. We now have the squad that Lampard needs, and we need to make sure we fight and we battle hard to secure that top 4 finish. But anyway, you guys, we now move on to the second story today, and that's in regards to the latest news surrounding Kai Havertz. Now, of course, this Kai Havertz news won't die down anytime soon. I've been telling you guys, expect there to be a transfer saga for the signature of this player. He has a ton of options ranging from clubs in Spain, Italy, in the Premier League too, and of course in his home country as well. We do have a strong possibility to sign Kai. We are making those first steps, obviously, place our bids, make the first moves, and persuade Kai to sign for us. And maybe our efforts are starting to work in our favour now, because reports are stating that Havertz is open to the idea of moving to the Premier League. Now, when you actually break that story down, it's going to be obvious that it won't be a Man United, it's not going to be an Arsenal, it won't be a Liverpool, because they've already come out to state that don't expect them to spend so much in preparation for the next season. So when you really think about things, it seems like we are the club in the running in this country that are the favourites at this point in time to sign a Kai Havertz. I think this news also coincides with the fact that at this point in time, Leverkusen aren't in the positions to obviously play in the Champions League for next season. They're currently 5th, and of course if Leipzig and Borussia Mönchengladbach win their final games, then it's going to mean that Leverkusen won't be competing in the Champions League for next season. So for my thinking, if you're a Kai Havertz, if a Bayern Munich or Real Madrid are persuading you to remain at Leverkusen for one more season, I think that becomes less enticing if you know that Leverkusen won't be going to the next level, won't have UCL money to help them, sign players to improve the team too. And in that sense, you're basically wasting another season stagnating. And right now, I feel the clubs that are showing the interest to sign Havertz and bring him this season, this current period, this window, I feel like they are going to have the advantage in capturing the player. I'm also curious to see how the potential lack of Champions League football for Leverkusen is going to affect their final valuation for Kai. At this point in time, you guys, we have literally all the time. We have all the time right now. We are in no rush to secure the signing immediately. Let's say Leverkusen have no Champions League football, that could force them to have to sell Havertz for even less. Financially, things would not work in their favour if they were to hold on to Havertz for another season, only for his valuation to go down even more. At this point in time, we are showing that we have the ambition to spend and compete and mount a title challenge for next season. I've been saying this for a while, but it really does feel like our efforts this summer, I've been saying this for a while, but for me, it does feel like our spending for this summer is basically going to be the equivalent of 2 transfer windows. You know, Roman Abramovich is ready to spend, he is ready to back Frank Lampard, he wants to see this club go back to the top. We allegedly have 200 million to spend, we have the funds to spend 80 million on Kai Havertz, and also have money left over to sign other players. At this point in time, the plan this summer was always to sign 4 attacking players. 4 attacking players with different dimensions that offer different solutions for the team. We do want a 1v1 specialist, and I guess this is where the Benrahma links into place. We wanted a wide forward / striker, and this is where Timo Werner fills that role perfectly. We wanted a playmaker, and that's why we signed Hakim Ziyech. And to complete the 4 attacking players that we want to sign for this window, we want a versatile forward that can also play in different roles, and this is where Kai Havertz fits in perfectly. Now, we aren't guaranteed to sign the player, but things are very optimistic at this point in time, and it's great to see the ambition and the confidence the club are showing right now to actually make the attempts to sign a player of these dimensions. But anyway, you guys, give me your thoughts and opinions. Do you feel like we can actually sign a Kai Havertz? And to now move on to the third story today, and that's in regards to the young sensation coming out from the Czech Republic League. Now, this article was released by Bild, the German publication, and they're reporting that us, Borussia Dortmund, are battling alongside RB Leipzig for the signature of the young, talented Czech Republic player Adam Hlozek, and I think I'm pronouncing his name right, I'm not too sure. Anyway, he's a Wonderkid in that sense, 17 years old, he's officially the youngest ever scorer in the Czech Republic League. He does play as a second striker, can play left wing and right wing, and in that sense he kind of is like a Timo Werner clone, only with the addition of having amazing 1v1 threat. You know, he's got very good dribbling ability. Per game, he's averaging about 5 dribbles, and he does have excellent shooting technique too. So in that sense, a young guy who's tearing up in his league, who has a big reputation, who's rated highly by Tomáš Rosický, one of the best Czech Republic players of his generation. You know, it's no surprise why a club of our standards and our size will look at a player like this and scout him out. Now, the player's contract does expire in 2022, and it's reported that if he was to leave in this window, his valuation set is at around 50 million euros. So again, it's a very healthy fee, you know, it's a healthy price, and it's actually quite interesting to consider the possibility of this player. Now, of course, I haven't seen him play live, but he's a player that's been doing the rounds from a lot of football scouts and coaches, so many great articles, so many great clips on the internet too. He does look like a special player. Physically, for a 17-year-old, he does not look like a 17-year-old. He has the pace, he has the ability, and he's an interesting player to look at. Now, originally I was thinking, why would we sign a player of this standards? You know, we have a lot of great young players from our academy. Tino Andrin has just signed a new 5-year deal. But then it got me thinking, Nini, the plan is to sign 4 attacking players. What if we can't get a deal to sign Benrahma? What if Adam is going to be seen as that alternative to a Benrahma that could get valuable experience in the team and can be built up and developed even more? I can't imagine that his signing would be made for the loan army. I don't think that makes any sense. You can't sign one of Europe's hottest young players and then force him out on loan, because if that was the case, he's most likely to sign for the other rivals after his signature. So I think that maybe this story is quite interesting. I don't personally feel like we are going to see him represent us. I think he might go to a Bundesliga club. It makes sense for the player to sign for RB Leipzig, because now that Werner's left, there is a position ready to be filled by him. But I like the club's thinking, I like the players we're looking at and targeting, and Adam definitely has a lot of talent. But to end with the final report, you guys, we do have a bit of an update in regards to the stadium and redevelopment plans. Now, this is news coming out from the British government. Obviously, due to the COVID situation, due to the pandemic, it's really affected a lot of construction business. And right now, the government wants to boost that industry. They want to kickstart a construction boom. And right now, they're extending planning permissions from this year to next year. And that expiration date is going to be April 1st, 2021. A few months back, you guys, the club did announce officially on their website that, you know, we aren't going to be extending our planning permission during these times. And the main reason for that is that the stadium costs are just way too high. Originally our valuation was set at around $500 million. Right now costs are soaring past $1 billion. That is way too much money, but maybe due to these current conditions, maybe this could be the best time to start to invest in plans to build a new stadium. I'm assuming that government's going to make things a lot easier for investors to actually, tackle these projects and really kickstart them. And it's going to be very interesting to see how the club reacts to this news, because planning permission can be extended to the next year. Whatever does happen, I really hope that we do keep the current designs for the stadium. I think they're absolutely beautiful. I love that type of Roman Colosseum look. I think it's unique. I think it's different. It looks completely different to other modern football stadiums, and that's what I really love about that. And I think it's a statement piece. I think it suits being in London. I think it's going to attract tourists, and I feel like it does have an iconic look, and I really hope that one day we can see this stadium actually become a thing. But anyway, you guys, that's going to be me for today. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. I'm in EFC. This is Blue Line CV. I'll see you guys later with some more videos.